New theories such as assembly of biomolecules on mineral surfaces, I think they talk about the clay isn't like getting expelled, are constantly being proposed to attempt to get around the problem associated with the spontaneous origin of life. However, even if you put purified chemicals together, which can't be synthesized prebiotically, you can get polymers only up to 50 μ, obviously not enough for life. Therefore, none of these theories has been able to get around the fundamental chemical problems required for life to have begun on Earth. Some quotes from evolutionists are cited below. Quote, "It's a very long leap from mineral surface chemistry to living cell." Norman Pace, evolution biologist, University of California, Berkeley. Quote, On theoretical grounds, however, mineral clay synthesis, seems implausible. Structural irregularities in clay that were complicated enough to set the stage for the emergence of RNA probably would not be amenable to accurate self-replication. Leslie Argo. Quote, "There is now overwhelming strong evidence, both statistical and paleontological, that life could not have been started on Earth by a series of random chemical reactions. There simply was not enough time to get life going." Niles Eldridge, paleontologist of the American Museum of Natural History. Quote, "There is no agreement on the extent to which metabolism could develop independently of a genetic material. In my opinion, there is no basis in known chemistry for the belief that long sequences of reactions can organize spontaneously, and every reason to believe that they cannot. The problem of achieving sufficient that's the Christian me talking. Specificity, whether in aqueous solution or in the surface of a mineral, is so severe that the chance of causing a cycle of reactions as complex as the reverse citric acid cycle, for example, is negligible." That's the Orgel, 1998. Prebiotic chemistry would produce a wealth of biomolecules from non-living precursors, but the wealth soon became overwhelming with the, quote, prebiotic soup, having the chemical complexity as asphalt, useful perhaps for paving roads, but not particularly promising as a wellspring for life. Classical prebiotic chemistry not only failed to constrain the contents of the prebiotic soup, but also raised a new paradox. How could life, or any other organized chemical process, emerge from such a mess? Searches of quadrillions of randomly genetic RNA sequences have failed to yield spontaneous RNA replicator. Stephen A. Benner, 1999. Even origin of life researchers are now admitting that getting the basic building blocks for an RNA world is virtually impossible. G.F. Joyce and L.E. Orgel lead us into the RNA world with a description of the difficulties in achieving the direct synthesis of nucleosides and nucleotides from prebiotic precursors, and conclude that the de novo appearance of oligonucleotides on primitive Earth amounts to a, quote, near miracle, unquote. 1998, W. Keller. Researchers are now examining alternative, simpler, possible genetic molecules such as pyrannosyl RNAs, pRNAs, that pair up in double helices, to be more intellectual here. However, it seems unlikely that these pRNAs could have been a source of genetic material in early life forms. Pairs of complementary pRNAs form double helices that are structurally very different from those formed by DNA and RNA. According to Leslie Ogle, quote, consequently, pRNAs and RNAs are not able to form duplexes with each other, which would preclude exchange of information between these two molecules, suggesting that pRNAs are unlikely to have been the genetic material that preceded RNA. Ogle 2000 said that. Recently, researchers... I'll quit here. I'll start over.